Hey y'all, it's Miss Bain here again. I really hope you guys had a restful spring break. I hope you guys are going outside and enjoying the nice weather and the spring blooms. It's really, really beautiful out right now before it gets too excruciatingly hot. Let's just get right into it. I am going to show you guys how to do one of the parts of the op art lesson that we have set up for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to do a tessellation. So let's move up so you guys can see my desk, my kind of cluttered desk. Okay, so the tessellation is, if you guys read the PowerPoint, is basically a series of interlocking shapes. So it's used a lot in like tile work and mosaics. And as you guys can see, with the tessellations you're gonna make, you can kind of make it crazy and make it your own. This is the tessellation shape that I made. And as you guys can see, it's on just regular paper. It's on file paper. It's kind of thicker paper because you guys are going to be tracing it many times. And yeah, so this is the kind of tile. So the other materials you guys will need for this are those two pieces of paper. One kind of bigger if you can, so that you can kind of make a lot of those tile shapes on it. And one a little bit thicker. Like this is just one side of a file folder that I'm using. If you guys don't have those materials, that's totally fine as well. Regular copy paper or sketchbook paper will work just the same. You guys will also need scissors and tape, as well as like a straight edge. So I have a ruler just because I have a ruler, but if you want, you can just use like the side of a piece of paper or the side of a notebook, just something with a straight edge. And you guys will also need a pencil, of course, and a pen if you got it. I have colored pencils and markers, but if you guys do not have these materials, this project is completely fine with just using a pen, just as long as you guys are deliberate in using the shading and value that Ms. Sekulich and I want you guys to do. And those are all the materials. So really simple, easy materials, that's what we want to do for you guys. So I already made my tile, but I will show you guys how to make another one. The first thing you guys will be doing is making and cutting out a 4x4 square. So 4x4 meaning it's 4 inches across horizontally and 4 inches across vertically. So I'm going to do that right now with my little ruler. If you don't have a ruler, an inch is literally just half of your thumb. What? It's a hack. So I'm going to do vertical first and make a little tally mark. And then I'm going to do horizontal. Make a little tally mark. So you guys are going to be cutting this square out. So you're going to have just one 4x4 square. And this will become your tile, so. Okay, so now you guys can let your imaginations kind of run wild with this one. You're going to be drawing these little tile shapes. So I kind of wanted mine to look like a scared or surprised fish, so that was the inspiration for this one, but you guys can just do random shapes. So you're gonna do one design on the top and then one design on the side, and these are gonna be just kind of random designs. You're gonna leave space on both of these sides, so you're gonna kind of start your design maybe an inch or so towards the middle, and I'm just gonna do like some like sun looking things. This can kind of be whatever. So see how my design runs towards the middle of the piece? You guys don't want a ton of empty space in the middle here because your tessellation is just not going to look that interesting. So here's my top one, and I'm going to choose whatever side, and I'm just going to do another leaving space right here, another kind of design. So I'm just going to do one pointed like spear shape. We'll see how that looks. So now that I have my two shapes all drawn out on my square, and I left space on these ends, and I kind of made them a space in the middle, but they're not touching, I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. So when I'm cutting them out, I want to make sure to keep the composure of the shape. So I'm not going to cut like all these individual little like fire things out. I'm going to try to cut out the whole shape in one go, because you're going to use the shape on the other side as the other part of the tessellation tile. So the whole kind of point of these tessellations is that they interlock with each other, and that they kind of fit together like puzzle pieces, like you're making your own puzzle. So this is an already cut out shape. I'm going to keep it, set it aside, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other one. Hope you guys are stimulating your minds and doing a lot of puzzles at home. But this is kind of like a homemade puzzle. So now that I have my cutout tessellation and my shapes, this is where the magic happens, guys. I'm going to take my cutout shape, make sure it's flipped to that same side, so make sure it has the kind of like pencil line on it, and I'm just going to move it, try to keep it as straight as possible, over to the other side. And then I'm just going to tape it. So you guys can use any kind of tape for this. Or if you don't have tape, staple might work. Or glue, of course, anything like sticky. And I'm just going to tape it on. And I'm going to do the same with the others. So the vertical, the up, top, and down ones, you're going to move to the bottom. And the side-to-side ones, you're going to move to the other side. So I'm trying to keep it really as straight as possible. And just tape it. So now I have my tile. So you can now get your bigger final piece of paper out, and you're going to make sure, what's the first thing that you guys will do? Write your name on it. So do your artist signature. I have mine right there. And then you're going to start on one of the corners. And I'm just going to use this end because it hasn't already been taken up by my fish tile. Make sure it kind of lines up with the corner. That'll get you the most even, I can't even see it. Okay. The most even tessellation. And I'm just going to trace it. And do this lightly with the pencil first, just so that if you run into any boo-boos or mistakes, you can just erase it. So now that I have the first shape drawn, I can either move it to the side and keep on going this way, horizontal ways, or I can move it up and do it kind of vertical ways. So see how, because I made those pieces fit together, everything kind of interlocks together. So I'm just going to do another tracing just so you guys can see how it looks like when the two tessellations are interlocked. So once you have filled up your page with these shapes, then you can go ahead and I want you guys to kind of make a object out of it. So I have my screaming fish on this side, and I used some shading with my colored pencil. I can go in and do some painting on top of it or use colored pencils. I'm just going to make it my own. This is where you guys can be creative with it and just get lost in it in your tessellation. You can make each shape different colors. You can use different materials. So just have fun with it at this point. That is all I want you guys to know about this. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Miss Sekulich and I. and ask us questions. But yeah, tessellations are cool. Woohoo! Have fun with this. Bye, guys!